Okay, great. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today and welcome to today's webinar from our Standards Activity Spot series. This webinar is also sponsored by the IEEE Women in Engineering, IEEE TAP Committee on Standards, and IEEE Standard Association. My name is Edward Arl, and I am the Vice President for Standard Activities of the IEEE Computer Society. Before we get started, I would like to address some housekeeping items. This webinar is being recorded. You can ask any questions in the Q&A box you see on your screen, and the speaker will answer as many questions as possible after her presentation. When submitting a question, please reference the slide. A copy of the slides and the recorded webinar will be emailed to you tentatively tomorrow. Circling back to today's presentation, different from our typical monthly standards webinars that focus on technical topics, today we will have a live discussion with our Society President Jyotika on her professional development through her active contribution to IEEE Computer Society, IEEE Women in Engineering, and IEEE Standards, her view on work-family balance, and her message to all of us, especially in women in engineering, for their career development in engineering and standards. Although I know many of you may know Jyotika already, but still we need to have a formal introduction to Jyotika. Jyotika is Director Engineering Architecture at Synopsys, leading quality, reliability, and functional safety research, pathfinding, and architectures for infill silicon health use case. Prior to Synopsys, she also held different important leadership positions and technical leader positions at Intel Corporation and NVIDIA, leading corporate-wide reliability, availability, serviceability, and functional safety architectures across application domains. As many of you may know, Jyotika served as the 2024 president of IEEE Computer Society, and under her leadership, there are many different great activities and programs that benefit to our IEEE and IEEE Computer Society members. She leads and influenced several international standard organizations in projects in the area of RAS and functional safety, especially in the IEEE SA and also in ISO IEC. Jyotika lead the development of the IEEE 2851-2023 standard on functional safety data format for interoperability. And because of her leadership in functional safety standard and also of these high-profile standards, she was awarded the 2023 IEEE SA Standard Medallion Award for her leadership in leading the functional safety standards. And based on this great work, she now chairs the IEEE P2851.1 standardization initiative that extends the originally published standard to reliability. In addition to be very active in standard, she is also our standard column editor of the IEEE Computer Society flagship magazine, Computer. Jyotika is an award winner. As mentioned before, she was awarded the IEEE SA Standard Medallion Award. In addition, she is recently awarded as the professional member of the IEEE Honor Society and also the recipient of the IEEE Women in Technology and Leadership Award for outstanding contributions to engineering and technology and the empowerment of diverse populations and advancement of women in STEM. So you can see Jyotika not only active in contributing in the technology domain, but also volunteering in many different kinds of IEEE activities. As the last reminder, please note that as per the IEEE Standard Association Standard Board Operation Manual at webinars here, any individual presenting information on IEEE standards shall make it clear that their views should be considered as their personal views rather than the formal position, explanation, or interpretation of the IEEE. So, good morning, Jyotika. Thank you very much to have you again. I believe last time you joined us for the standard webinar is about 2 years ago when you delivered a great presentation on functional safety. And I know you are very busy for many different things, including your corporate works and any other volunteering duties. So we are very happy to have you here to share with all of us about your how to you contribute to the IEEE and also your career path and all the things. So I understand you may have a short presentation before we start the sharing. So perhaps I now give the floor to you to start your presentation. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Ed and Scott and everyone for organizing this, as well as all of your efforts through the year. I'm truly grateful. Also for this opportunity, for this sharing. I think that this is great awareness. So thanks again for your efforts. And I'll be happy to go ahead and share my slides here. So we'll go ahead and pull those up. I have a few slides that I drafted to kind of try to share, the topic for today in my journey. So let's see here.
Yes, we can see your slide. Thank you so much, Jyotika.
Okay, perfect. Thanks a lot, Ed. All right, so I have some slides describing the volunteer pathways, through the IEEE Computer Society, also including activities within the IEEE Standards Association, and the relevance or the linkage with IEEE Women in Engineering. So I'll just kind of through those. So this to share, how you can join any one of these societies or participate in activities as a volunteer. As Ed mentioned, this is outside. So this is something that we are doing to make impact in the community as well as, grow not only the next generation of volunteers and engineers, but also ourselves by choosing the technical field. What we are doing is leveraging our inclination and skills for technological initiatives. And there's various initiatives that you can be part of. Within the Computer Society, for example, we have 5 program boards. We have activities on standards, but also activities on conferences and publications, on educational activities, as well as member and geographic activities or chapter activities. So various activities there. And, even though today's topic focuses on standards, I just wanted to share that, the different ways in which you can get involved and stay engaged in the area that you would like to grow in, right? So in that technical area. It allows you to research a new and challenging areas. So for example, we have certain activities that we focus on in our day jobs, but outside of that, to research, or even within that scope, to research a new area, to get involved in, for example, technology trends, or dive deep into pathfinding activities related to a specific technology area, and then contribute to emerging tech areas that you are passionate about. So work very bodies within IEEE, like the Directions Committee, that does a lot of looking ahead and looking at mega trends and things like that. But the journey, right? So the volunteers, as you can imagine, in IEEE, across all of the societies, across all of the different span from students and early career professionals, all the way through professional engineers. And it's a journey along the way in all of these different phases, a journey of learning, researching, and contributions to technological advancement, tailoring our technical activities to the needs of the evolving business environment. So really looking at that linkage, because IEEE as a nonprofit organization looks at how we can foster technological innovation for the benefit of humanity. But then there is, in the corporate world, looking at the business aspects of technological maturity and, how ready a given technology is to take it to production. So we kind of look at both ways. And when we do, for example, our predictions as well, we look at the impact to humanity as well as the maturity of the technology in a given year. And then, seek motivation in projects that invoke your strengths. So it's very flexible. after all, it's a volunteer role. So you can choose and decide, which area, which topic, which technical community you'd like to be part of. There are a lot of different options. Can I encourage you to look at our website to browse through all of the different volunteer opportunities there, and then you can apply or empower yourself and nominate yourself for one of the leadership positions as well. What are the rewards? So why do it, right? Is often the question. So of course, it's an enriching and fulfilling experience. It helps you grow as a person, but also it helps you to pursue engineering, to understand what it's about, and choices are made in our lives. Middle school, high school phase is when students often decide the career path they'd like to take, and we kind of have that outreach where we are working on making that social impact and helping those students decide on their career path, but also providing that support system for the early career professionals as they traverse their path, providing the skills, the mentoring, um, the whole framework that they're looking for in order to be able to guide them on pursuing their career. And it's a platform that also gives them those opportunities to pursue leadership. So we have a separate entity for students and young professionals, in addition to women in engineering. So each one of the different diverse populations is given their own a set of skills and tools that they can leverage in order to grow as a community. It enables fostering innovation for the benefit of humanity. That's the IEEE wide mission. But within the computer society itself, there are various strategic objectives that we work towards, including D&I, including students and young professionals, including focus on industry. And so we, work together as a community to focus on those objectives and that mission. So career transitions, I just wanted to share a little bit about my journey as well. And making those choices sometimes a little bit hard to pivot and to make those career changes proactively. And encourage you to consider that, because change, as we know, is the only constant. It's a great way to learn, grow, and thrive. And so it also helps you understand, your relevance in your, domain, in your technological area that you are focusing on. So make those informed risks, pursue your passion, and you will grow with every transition. I found myself doing that as well, even though I was initially at Intel for 20 years, and then I made transitions and changes, and I found each one of those to be rewarding and helped me grow in my career as well as personally. Mentoring, so I'm a big advocate of mentoring. It's never too early to start, either as a mentee, but also, I think it's a two-way experience. So it's rewarding for IEEE offers a chance you can pursue mentoring as well. And it's really one that helps you plan your career, take those risks. It's kind of a safe space in which you can share your perspectives and experiences, helps you to learn, grow, and thrive, provides that support system, the encouragement, motivation, and that's especially important, again, for female engineers and women engineers as well, where we tend to kind of be the minority in the technical engineering space, and this helps us to share those concerns, those challenges that we face, and get that support, encouragement, and guidance to pursue our path and our objectives. Boost confidence, and as I said, safe zone to discuss career options and opportunities. Okay, so if you go to the Computer Society page, Here's kind of the value propositions for volunteering with the IEEE Computer Society. One is advancing the field, driving the evolution and growth of your technical area. So, standards is a great do that. Leadership in a new technical area, addressing the challenges of the community as a whole, making connections, growing your network, and as well as finding your professional home, which is what IEEE really stands for. And so networking with other like-minded professionals across the world, across the geos, and getting that broader perspective. And propelling your career, sharpening your professional skills, because here's a platform that allows you to grow and learn in various different technical areas, various different topics, whether it's through conferences or standards or publications as well. All right, so that was kind of the overview, a general overview, but we'll dive a little bit more into standards, which was my pathway. And the way I got involved in standards is through my day job in reliability and functional safety, where compliance to standards is essential. And so that's how I started participating in standards within the IEEE Computer Society guidance of the broad association umbrella. And as you can see here, it's an area where you have to work with other members across various entities, people in industry, also could be people in academia or government, part of those committees, various different companies, semiconductors or other areas. And there's a lot of different skills, to navigate this journey. But standards committees, as I found, as I started to participate, had a fewer representation from women. And influence is a big part of how you can get standards development progressed and make headway. So this was one of the challenges that I found as a female engineer, participating in the standards committees and trying to get my voice heard, and also help other female engineers to participate and to grow their career in this area. Standardization is very important, as we know, across technologies. It provides the foundation on which technological innovation is based. It enables more complex solutions to be developed at a better cost structure. It drives not only technological innovation, but also fuels the growth of global markets, expands customer choice, supports interoperability, as we are doing with the IEEE 851 safety in a bit, and helps protect public health and safety. So, grateful for all of the support that we get from IEEE Standards Association in the Computer Society, where we have various different standards committees sponsoring new working groups, new study groups on standards development. So we have 28 new standards and 217 active standards. Here's all of the different committees which are organized by technology topic. So, of course, a lot of activity happening in the AI space, as we know, in the AI Standards Committee, new PARs, new projects being born. But the one that I focus on primarily in the working group that I'm driving is under the Functional Safety Standards Committee. And within that is the P2851 working group that is housed there within the FSSC. We started out under the Design Automation Standards Committee led by Dennis Brophy. There's various other committees here, as you can see here, leading the way, the LANMAP, IEEE 802 standards, which are renowned, and we are really proud of the impact that they have made in our community. Okay, so the problem statement, and I guess this is kind of the key focus of of the session today, is also about the role of women in standards and how we can address that and change that. And part of this volunteering journey is to inspire and encourage more women to participate in standards. And currently, those numbers, not only in IEEE but also in other SDOs, whether it's ISO or IEC, see a percentage of women standards development. And so standards need women. Diversity, as you know, is a key element for the development of standards, but also the key element for the development of any robust product. Women's contributions to the development of standards is essential in order to meet the needs of people and societies that use them. So we need to make sure all voices are heard, that we have a holistic representation of various perspectives. And so, the contributions of women are today underrepresented. And so that's what we want to change. We want to drive awareness and inspiration and encouragement so that we can have more of that even representation. Okay, so what are some of the challenges that women face as a result of being the minority? You may feel the lack of support. You may feel that you're lacking a voice and that you're not heard. So those are some of the challenges that require a support system to help and encourage. And so one of the ways you can do that is by connecting with a women in engineering community. And so I'd really like to thank IEEE Women in Engineering for being that support system, for providing that inspiration to women engineers across the globe, so that they can feel like they have the support to move forward, to address those challenges that they face, and to seek inspiration from role models. And this is something that personally also helped me in my career path, besides the discussions and the conversations with mentors and seeking that guidance on how you can address the challenges. Also making those allies and seeking out the allies, or maybe male or female, to help you and support you in those challenges that you face. Standards development can benefit your career in various ways. So of course you're learning new skills. So you are kind of at that forefront of technological development, pathfinding, new area incubation. So you are learning new areas. It helps you boost confidence and credibility. As we mentioned, a lot have a certain technical forward and
Sorry, Jyotika, we may lost you for the audio for the last 30 seconds. If possible, can you share with us again this night what your talking point? Sorry for that.
no worries. Can you hear me now?
Now, yes.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I'll go ahead and repeat, and if you still can't hear me, let me know. So standards development can benefit your career in various different ways. You are working on a new technology topic, an incubation technology, where you are, really proposing new requirements, new methodologies, and new topic areas. And this is also not only are you contributing to the development and nurturing a new technological area, but you're also learning new skills, both technical skills as well as soft skills. And as I was mentioning, one of the soft skills is influencing, because you have an idea, you have a proposal, and now you need to make to make that to make the whole working group aligned with that idea or topic. So you need to influence other members from other diverse entities, representing that maybe in the semiconductor area, various companies across the supply chain. So it could be people from EDA or chip companies, or tier ones and OEMs in the case of automotive. So you want to be able to get your topic bought in by all of those various individuals and members. So it also boosts confidence and credibility as you traverse that path. Helps you develop leadership skills. IEEE SA in the working group structure also has officers for each one of the working groups, the chair, vice chair, the secretary. You can also nominate yourself for any one of those roles, and then helps you grow and build your network as you interact with people, in the community who are working on, the same professional area as yourself. So here's the standard that we worked on in the IEEE 2851 that was published last year, the IEEE 20, which was the standard for functional safety data for within the dependability life cycle. Working group. That work is now continuing framework of a family of standards in P2851. So this standard that I worked on with my team touched various different application domains, including automotive, but also industrial, avionics, as well as medical safety critical systems were in scope. And so it was, developing the support for interoperability for all the governing standards that are being developed by other SDOs like ISO, IEC, and DO. So how can you get involved? So here's the link to browse through it, look at the different technical within the IEEE Computer Society that help you link you with standards, with you still hear me okay, Ed?
It would be great if you repeat this slide again. Sorry, Jyotika.
Okay, no worries. Did
The
I
audio
fade
today,
away again?
yeah, the audio today is a little bit funny.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, let me repeat again. So, the way in which you can get involved is by browsing through our website, looking at the open positions that we have there, but also looking at our list of 30 technical communities that are the focal point for the Computer Society and can link you with the various activities, including standards, but also including other program board areas like conferences, like publications, like chapter activities or educational activities. And then you can pick and choose the technical discipline that you are interested in based on the technology of your, that you work on your day job, and then choose to grow in that area or learn a new area. And so you can also join a different technical community. You can nominate yourself for a role or position, and IEEE has a lot of different activities across the various societies, the various program board areas. So I hope that you will find one that you enjoy, that you find fulfilling, and choose that. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out. We are here to support you. And so with that, I'd like to thank you all for joining us, and we will move to the Q&A section of this topic. Thank you so much. Can you still hear me?
Yes, but sometimes, things can be out of our control. This is a personal problem. So sometimes the audio is a little bit funny. Okay, but
Yes.
anyway, thank you very much, President Jyotika, for your inspiring presentation and let us know your journey from the beginning to the current status. And as I may mention, and also Jyotika mentioned, please feel free to type any question in the wellback chat box, and then we will, based on your questions, we will help you to ask Jyotika. But in the meantime, Jyotika, first of all, thank you so much. I understand you are very busy for many things because we all have a daily job, especially we were in industry, it's very demanding. Usually we may not have very flexible schedule. For this one, actually, I'm really curious because you actually participate in many different kinds of CS, computer society, and also women in engineering activities. You need to travel to the events, but also you need to manage your daily job. So, or maybe I should say in this way, volunteering and standard participation involves you lots of time for meeting and travel. It's definitely not a job that you can start at 9 a.m. and end at 5 p.m. So how do you handle this work-life balance, Jyotika?
Um, so for sure, I think it's one that is challenging, as you mentioned, Ed. I think this year was a little bit different just because of my role as president, so it was a little bit more taxing than usual. But I think as a volunteer, so the work that we do is considered an evening job, a night job, or like a weekend job. And so for sure, it's investing in those extra hours in order to make those contributions and to make the impact. Um, it's one that you have to kind of organize yourself and see how best you can do that, but also look for opportunities and how that can help you in your day job, so that you can kind of look at that intersection and try to leverage that as much as possible. I think standards was the one great intersection that I found,
Mhm.
where it was not only a volunteering opportunity for me, but also was helpful to my uh, employer, right? So it was also helpful to my company at Intel, at NVIDIA, and now at Synopsys. So I think if you look at those volunteer opportunities that are relevant to your day job,
Mhm.
then I think you can help to optimize that overlap a little bit better.
Yeah, thank you, Jyotika. Yeah, because usually we may need to work long during the late hour in order to catch up many of the volunteering work. But the point about this one, how do you get the motivation to push yourself to not only take care of your daily job but also volunteering, because you actually inspire many of us. I still remember last year when you during this time you invite me to get the appointment as the VP of Standard. Thank you so much for giving me a chance to serve in CS also and also the IEEE SA. But how do you get all this motivation to help our volunteers, to help our members and throughout this? Because I believe you need many motivation and discipline in order to inspire all of us, right?
I think, no, and thanks again, Ed, for serving and for all your leadership this year as VP of Standards in the Computer Society. You've done an amazing job, and I'm
Thank you.
really grateful for all your efforts and for all the impact that you've made. Um, I think it's for me it was about getting inspiration from my role models, and I had role models who kind of done this kind of work, who had served in this area, kind of following their path. But also, I found, and this was when I was still at Intel and I became a principal engineer, I found that there were very few women, principal engineers. So in that technical path, that was one that I was encouraged again by my mentors as well to help to see how we can be a change agent and change that for the next generation. And I have a daughter as well. She's on the technical path, and I wanted to influence other young engineers like her. So it was kind of my became a passion on what I could do there to help steer that direction, and applying to the board of governors. It just happened as after my involvement in standards, but then one step led to another, and I found myself running for election for president, and then found that in this role I could make more of that influence, and help to make the impact in the community, help to inspire, encourage other engineers across the globe. And it was really insightful, also to see the representation and the challenges that we see in various geos, various different disciplines. So it was really eye-opening for me.
Great, thank you so much. Because yeah, you are right. For example, this year our CS is is really great in the sense that you initiate and spearhead the RAS submit, because this is the new thing that we connect the industry more to let more people know what CS is doing and how why they can contribute to us. So this is really great initiative, and thank you so much for this one, Jyotika. And then based on your input, you're talking about mentoring. As I understand, throughout your leadership role and also your day job and standard participation, no matter you were in Intel, NVIDIA, or currently in Synopsys, you also mentor a few, especially women in engineering candidates, and also help them to grow their career in standards and technology. And also, actually, for us, we also have some mentorship. I mean that we mentor a few volunteers. So I see actually a question from Paul in the chat that what kind of mentoring opportunities are there from leaders in IEEE? For example, Jyotika, maybe let us boundary our question a little bit first. For example, in CS or in V, is there any opportunities for them, for volunteers to find a mentor as great as you, so that they can talk to you, or any opportunities on that?
Yeah, no, I think that what I would suggest in terms of mentoring is to look at your specific technical area or whatever area that you are focusing on, and just seek out your role model. As we mentioned, in the Computer Society and also IEEE in general, one of the key value propositions is growing your network, right? So here is a place where you can interact or meet or connect with people in your area of your discipline, and grow your connections and your network, and interact with people who may be industry leaders, who may be luminaries, who may be pioneers in a specific technology. And so what I would suggest, or my advice, is to reach out to an individual who you think is your role model, who you aspire to be like, or who you see yourself like in the next 5 to 10 years, and then reach out to them and ask them for guidance, either ask them for their time or for their recommendation to help connect you with a mentor. Because I think the other way you can do it is also by signing up for a mentoring program, and we can do that also through your local chapter, or through the MGA activities. So we do advertise those as well. You can also look it up in your local community, your local computer society, or IEEE community to do that. So that's one way. But personally, what I found to be the best way is to look within your technical community. And again, in standards, since that's our topic of today, you do interact with a lot of those experts across the globe, in your committee. And so that you could also, reach out to somebody there and ask them if they were willing to guide you. So there's, it's one that you have to take, that first step yourself. But I think the benefits of that are immense. And I wish, as an engineer, that I had started as a mentee much earlier. But I only did that much later in my career. But I found that was really rewarding.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thank you, Jyotika. So your takeaway message is whoever they identify a potential role model, contact them directly. But if it is not the case, then try to go back to either CS or VIP program to see if there's any opportunities they can register, right?
That's right. That's right.
And one of the question I see, they actually talk about how to register in the community and become member and what are the fees. As far as I know, to join, I mean, if Judika, maybe you can elaborate more, but I believe as long as you are an IEEE members, so many things are actually free of charge. But the only
That's
thing
right.
is you need to pay for either your student fee or your membership fee, and after that, many things is free of charge because we are volunteer. We just try to serve with one another. But um, um, Vida, maybe because you say how to register, and become member, perhaps you can type in the chat box to let us know what kind of community you mentioned, because usually many of our communities are free. I mean, for many, especially for local chapter activities, right, Jyotika?
Yes, that is correct. And
Yeah.
also for standards, to join a standards committee that is individual based, it's free of charge, right? As long as you're an IEEE member. But if you want to join in a working group that's entity based, then you have to have that additional fee, meaning your company needs to be a member. But for most of the working groups are individual based, to my knowledge, in IEEE SA. And so for that, there is no added fee. For all of the other volunteer opportunities outside of standards, you're exactly right, as you mentioned. And once you have that basic membership, you should be able to engage in any one of those other areas.
Yes, it's great because, as you just mentioned, Jyotika, for IEEE standard, we have both individual participation-based projects and also the entity-based project. So if any of you in the audience here, your company actually is a corporate member of the IEEE SA, then you actually can participate not only in the individual-based project, but also entity-based project. But if your company may not have the entity-based participation, then at least at this moment, but still many individual participation-based projects that you can also participate. And also given COVID changed our life, actually many standard development meetings nowadays are hybrid. So you do not need to physically travel. You can just call in to participate. So it's actually um, I know COVID is bad, but this is a byproduct that it's great that we can have more hybrid participation, hybrid mode of participation. Yeah, then Julie can.
Absolutely.
So for standard, you actually I mean talk about the pros and cons and what you learn, and standard contribution. Because you are also experienced standards developer, it requires not only a person technical knowledge, but also a person soft skill and leadership skills like negotiation. So looking back to your participation so far, especially in IEEE SA, how do standards actually affect you and your career path, Jyotika?
Yeah, I think that the benefits of participating in standards are both, as you mentioned, and from a technical aspect, because you are here, at the forefront of technology, learning and contributing to the latest advancements in that technology, supporting those innovations, proposing a new method or a new idea. But then also it helps you, and so doing that work may also help you, as I was mentioning, in your day job. If you are working on standards development in the same area or field that is in your day job, then you can also apply those learnings, to the work that you are doing in your company. But then there's the soft skills, as well as you mentioned. So I found, influencing skills, confidence, leadership, networking. Those are all some of the benefits that you can gain from and learn and grow. Those skills as you traverse this path. Standardization, influence in particular, I think is especially important, because you have to, once you have an idea, IEEE SA has a voting mechanism, and so every member gets a vote, and so you have to be able to influence the benefits and value proposition of your approach or your methodology, such that you get their buy-in and such that you can secure their vote. So, but also, it's leadership, and I think it's a great platform for us to grow as a community. I think IEEE also is very. It also helps us to learn better, to collaborate not only within the working group itself, but also with other external entities outside of IEEE, because we liaison with other SDOs, and so by doing that, we grow that collaboration across the community, external community as well.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes. So maybe we can conclude by asking one last question, Jyotika. So for the audience today, I understand many are from the women in engineering and also young professionals. So actually, they may be interested in pursuing a career in standards and also contributing to IEEE as a volunteer. And Judika, just like all of us may know, a professional career is a long, non-linear story that each of us may have our own stories. But for them to look to build a career path in the industry, is there any advice you can share with them before we conclude this webinar?
Sure. Thanks for asking. I would say it's never too early to start. Don't wait. Get engaged, get involved today if you can. You'll find that the more you do, the more you find the rewards, the more you find the fulfillment in the activities that you pursue, and you will naturally find the time and the energy to do it as well. If you participated in the webinar that we had on Monday this week with some of our new board members that just joined us this year, that was their feedback as well, is that the more you do, the more difficult you find it to say no to new opportunities, and you just get yourself more involved and engaged, because you will find the journey to be truly impactful, truly fulfilling and rewarding. So I would say start early, take a look and see where you have your natural inclination, your strengths, your passion, and get involved. And as far as standards go, even if you don't think you're an expert today, that you can contribute, you can always start as as an observer and join the committee and listen in, and then as you grow and learn, then start to contribute. So for sure, it's never too early to get involved.
Great. Thank you so much, Jyotika. And yeah, just as we mentioned, Jyotika is very busy, and really thanks Jyotika for all her inspiring message and presentation throughout the day, and especially about her career experience and her hints about how to volunteering in the IEEE. And in addition, thank you very much to all of you for joining us today and for a lively Q&A discussion. We apologize for any audio inconvenience. Sometimes there are things that outside of our control. But really thank you again. And I wish all of you have a great rest of your day and also a holiday season. And please look that for standard activities, our Computer Society welcome all of you at any time. And we look forward to welcome back all of you again in 2025 for our monthly technical webinars and also career inspiring webinars similar to this one. Thank you so much, and bye for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Ed, and thanks everyone for participating. Happy holidays.
Thank you.